Well, good morning, my fellow YouTubers. John with SoCal Outdoor Adventure. It's great to be back with you. It is an overcast day here in California. I am currently on my way to Lake Casitas Campground to do some fishing at the lake. And in today's video, I wanted to give an opportunity to talk about some fishing equipment that I use that I don't really see a lot of fishermen use in many of their fishing videos. As to why they don't talk about it, I don't know. But that particular subject in question is the telescoping fishing rod. So stick around, let's talk about it. So over the last couple of years that I have been fishing, I have used multiple types of rods for when I am either at home or when I travel. But one of the biggest problems that I've had though when it comes to taking a standard size fishing rod, whether it be a 5-foot, a 6-foot, even a 7-foot rod, is the fact that it takes up room. I mean, it's not like it's going to take up a lot of room in the vehicle or in the storage unit that I have typically on the top of my rig when I'm driving. But it's typically going to take up, it's going to flick around the back or even possibly hit me in the head, especially if I have my tackle connect. Now, granted, a lot of the fishing rods do break down into 2 pieces, sometimes 3, depends on the type of rod you get. And oftentimes there are some rods where you get it's just one big piece. And sometimes for some people, that can be a bit of a problem. Well, a couple of years ago, I decided to go ahead and create 2 separate fishing rigs. The first rig that I have is designated for when I travel or for when I go camping with family and friends. The second rig that I have, which is at home, is going to be my standard everyday fishing rig, where I can go fishing, I can just grab it. And that rig is actually set up for both lake fishing, river fishing, and it's also set up as well for ocean fishing. So I can do all 3 of those. The current rig that I have in the back of my vehicle, which I will show you guys in another video, strictly has river and lake fishing set up, nothing else. So as we continue to make our way towards Lake Casitas, let's go ahead and talk about the misconceptions about telescoping fishing rods. First misconception when it comes to a telescoping fishing rod is that some people just don't like them because they don't know how to use them. And there are some people, surprisingly enough, that are actually like that. But the advantage that you have with a telescoping fishing rod versus a standard fishing rod is that the telescoping fishing rods will basically retract down to a smaller, more easier diameter size system. And that's a huge, great bonus when it comes to telescoping rods, because they give you the ability to take it pretty much wherever you want. You can stick it in your boat, and you don't have any problems with where it's going to be in your boat. Now, when it comes to setting up the telescoping fishing rod, let's go ahead and go to that aspect. When someone or a novice actually gets a telescoping fishing rod, the first thing that they want to do with it is they want to whip it out like a toy lightsaber or a toy sword. But that is not the way you set up a telescoping fishing rod. Like any fishing rod, you have to take care of your gear, you have to respect it, and you have to understand how it works. So with a telescoping fishing rod, you want to take your time setting up the rod. You want to release every little piece, little by little. Make sure it's tight. Once it's tight, then you can go ahead and attach your reel. Now, before you attach your reel, the other key factor with telescoping fishing rods is you want to see how much maximum weight of line can actually be used on that particular telescoping fishing rod. Now, the rods that I currently have right now, and I will show you one of them once we get to our location. That first rod that I have allows me to do between 10 to 25 pounds of line. That includes mono and braided. Currently right now on that particular fishing rod, I have my basic, I have a regular spinning reel, and that spinning reel has about 8 pounds worth of line. So for that particular telescoping rod, it's perfect. Now I do have another heavy-duty telescoping fishing rod, and that one can support up to 25 pounds worth of line. I'm using braided line on that rod. And currently right now, that one is being used with a Fasiliano baitcaster reel. And that particular reel can be used for both ocean and lake fishing and river fishing as well. You can use up to a 12-pound mono on that rod reel, or you can use up to 30 pounds of braided line. Currently right now, the line that I have on that particular reel is only 20 pounds, so that's perfect. 5 pounds below the rod limit, but it will still work for where I go fishing. The next part, when it comes to setting up a telescoping fishing rod with your reel, is you have to know the workings of your reel. That's number 3. And this is something that I have learned when it comes to fishing with telescoping rods and different reels. Now, I have a total of 6 telescoping rods. 2 of them are actually at home. I'm not even using those ones right now. I have those as a backup. But the 4 rods that I have on my current rucksack, 2 of them have spin caster reels. The other 2 are using baitcaster reels. So when we get to our location, I'm going to show you guys how I set up my telescoping fishing rod with a baitcaster reel. So I'm going to go ahead and keep driving here. Once I get to my location, I'll bring you guys back. See you in a bit. Alright you guys, so this is one of the telescoping fishing rods that I have, and this one has a Pacific Sun bait casting reel. And this one, the good thing about this one is that it can use up to 2 different types of line here. The first one that it has is that it can use braided line up to 30 pounds, and then it can use up to 10-pound mono. So I completely misread it the first time when I talked about it in the film, but still it's a good thing to redo it. So to set up a telescoping fishing rod with a baitcaster reel, first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and release my line. I'm going to slowly pull it out little by little. Then as I pull it out, it's going to lock into place. And then I also want to go ahead and release my line off the main ring here. And there we go. So now I've got my telescoping rod set up for fishing. So I just got to get a bait on here, and I'm ready to start casting. So I hope this video kind of shows you an idea of how to use telescoping fishing rods. If you guys want to see more information on how else I use these telescoping fishing rods for fishing, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Now go outside, have an adventure. Bye.